Jared, what do you think about having Kyrie out there? It's the second time he was out there. You guys get kind of hyped when he's out there. Do you think Rice gets hyped up for it?
I think it's a real cool thing. I can speak for all of us. I hope that we all kind of look up to Kyrie Irving. He's an amazing player, amazing person as well. So just to have someone that's that you look up to since you were probably a little boy, being there watching the games, quite the experience.
Sorry, just going back to my question about, I know you wanted to answer there about when Kadari's deal. What's it like for you as a big guy to get past?
It's actually good because like those times where you see that like that split second, you'd be like, oh, like he could pass it to me and he's able to make that pass. I feel like that's amazing because like not a lot of people could do that. Like the things you see and he could see it as well at the same time is it's beautiful.
Jared, do you think your depth, team depth, just overwhelms these teams in the second half? Do you think that's your team's best attribute this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I give credit to Wagner though because they had a rough past 2 weeks being out with COVID, missing probably I think 3 of their best players, 2 of their best players. So, I think it was more so for us just to get going and really playing the game. But I give credit to those dudes, man, because they played hard and they came out and they punched us. So.
Come on for you guys.
Hey guys, how does it feel to be ranked? Is it something you look forward to, or is it something you'd rather not even be those underdogs? You seem to play better when you're not ranked than when you're ranked. You feel like target on you a little bit?
Not really, man. We don't really care about that. It's like a little quick conversation in the locker room. Hey, man, we're ranked, but it's not something we really care about or something we're worrying about. We just worry about it for the long run and tournament and stuff like that matters. But we're not going out here saying, oh, we're ranked, we got to win, nothing like that. We don't care about that.
Because when you ranked, like every team gonna try to beat you, and then you just get knocked out of there. It's like a weekly thing. Like top teams lose, the lower teams win. So it's like you can't worry about being ranked. You just gotta keep on playing, like no matter what. Because rankings really just come if you win, but that's not you're not getting really awarded for it. Because at the end of the day, you still gotta win March Madness. You still gotta win your tournament. So it really don't really matter.
How much you guys looking to get Miles Kale back?
Oh man, it's going to be great for us. I think we really missed him on the defensive side, and just as a leader in general. Him being out there in practice, being able to teach guys the nuances of the game, and just how Miles Kale just recovers for all of us. I think we all seen that throughout the years, just how he's just always picking us up where we lack, and I think that that's going to help us a lot going forward in these games.
You guys got Naya. But the past 2 games, you guys come out a little slow against lesser opponents. It's a little different, it's Division II team, but still, how are you guys going to come out and prevent that from sort of happening again?
You just got to keep the same approach, man. No matter who's in front of you, no matter what time the game is, no matter where you're playing, you got to keep the same approach consistent. And I think you can't get complacent as well. Complacency is it's a killer, man. So I think if we just come to practice with an edge on it, with an edge with each other, then it's going to translate to Saturday.
I think the biggest thing, Jared, is I shorten the rotation. I mean, to be honest with you, I know we're going to struggle in the first half playing 9 guys, as many minutes as I'm playing them. I knew we were going to struggle. It's hard to play that many guys. That many minutes and expect them to play, to be in rhythm and kind of flow with it. So, but I'm still trying to figure this out. So,
Kevin, put Kadari back in. He almost has a double-double. Are you a genius, or how did you know he would have such a good game?
No, I mean he's progressing nicely. He's starting to practice the way he needs to kind of sustain a level where he has the ball in his hands that much. And I think that's been the biggest thing, is he's really worked hard the last 3 weeks of sustaining practice and really working. I think he's starting to get confidence in what we're doing and what we're looking for.
Coach, off of that, Kadari kind of had his most productive game as a Pirate tonight, statistically anyway. How do you think he's really progressing in certain areas of his game and gelling with this team as the season goes on?
No, I think these guys are starting to get used to playing with him at the point. They know he's going to pass the basketball. He doesn't take a ton of shots. I think he's progressing really well. I think he's, again, he's taking the steps that we need him to take, and I think, the more he understands and valuing each possession and how important each possession is, I think he'll continue to grow.
Yeah, but you've talked a few times this season about Jared trying to find his right vibe, leadership vibe. How do you think he's doing there? It sounds like he's said quite a few things in the locker room at times with teammates.
Yeah, Jared's doing great. He's doing really good there.
Kevin, is it a two-edged sword having so much talent, where in the second half you play better? You said you shortened the rotation, which helps the chemistry, but then do you wear down teams with your depth?
I think the double-edged sword is just getting these guys used to playing minutes, shorter minutes in the first half. Because I do think we do wear down teams, especially with our 4s and 5s. But it's hard to be 7'1" and sit for 7 minutes and then get up and get right back into it. So that's my, hey John, how you doing?
Good.
I think that's where I'm really struggling with a little bit more than anything, is with these big guys. Is guards, it's easy. You can pop up, pop down, you're ready to go. You have the ball in your hands. Big guys, for the most part, they don't have the ball in their hands nearly as much. So trying to get these guys to be able to just kind of find their rhythm, let their rhythm come to them, I think that's one of the biggest things. That's kind of a double-edged sword.
Have any update on Miles? Do you think he'll play Saturday? Will he be available?
As of right now, Miles is still game to game, so I have no update on him soon.
We hope to have him next week.
Yeah, he'll be back by next week, yeah. I mean, he's working out pretty good, but he wasn't cleared to practice up today, so I have no idea.
Coach, that's 2 straight games now. You guys came out a little slow against lesser opponents. What do you think is the root of that, and how are you going to prevent that going forward?
I think I talked about that. I think we're playing too many guys early in the game. Our rotation's a little bit too long, so I think we're having a hard time finding an offensive rhythm. Defensively, it's been great. It's helped us, and I think it helps us in the second half playing so many guys. But offensively, we're having a hard time finding a rhythm early in games with so many guys coming in now.
What did you guys do defensively to kind of flip the switch from the first to second half?
We pressed. I know if we pressed early in the games and got after it, we probably hit a better rhythm offensively, but that's not what these games are for. I really want to work on stuff and try to work on certain defensive concepts. It's helped us, but I know, especially on say Wednesday, especially on a Wednesday night at 7 o'clock versus Wagner. I know how the crowd's going to be, so it's always helped us, to press. But at the same time, with this team, I need to see lineups. I need to see offensive plays. I need to see stuff. So that's why I don't press in the first half. It drives everybody nuts. It drives me nuts, but for the most part, I know what the outcome of the game is going to be. It's just a matter of, are we getting better? Are we helping each other?